Jarrett Roser here with Donavaughn Campbell, former Ponchatoula star, played at LSU the last few years and now transferring for his final college season up to Louisiana Tech in Ruston. And Donavaughn, man, good to see you. We're just chatting a little bit. Sounds like everything's been going as well as can be expected during a really crazy spring. How you been?
I've been pretty good, man. I'm ready for this pandemic. Get over it, get back to football.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's kind of the overwhelming sense around Louisiana and the country is everybody's just ready to take the steps back toward normalcy, and sports has been heavy on a lot of our minds throughout all this. What has this spring looked like for you, a guy fresh off of being a member of that national championship team at LSU and decide to transfer to a new college for your final year of eligibility, and it all has to happen in the middle of these crazy times where everything's so limited and people aren't able to visit as much and just, I mean, everything is kind of tossed on its head. What has that looked like for you in terms of what went into figuring out what the move was going to be for you and kind of the steps to actually make it happen? And also, how much work have you been able to get in the midst of all this craziness?
The season, finishing up the national championship, going into the spring, I didn't participate in LSU spring. I dropped from the team in January, to seeking another opportunity to show my talents, to get to the next level. I needed somewhere where I could be able to get enough film out to show everybody, what I can do, who I am, and what I still am. I really didn't get to show that too much at LSU, but, this year will be a very spectacular year for me and Louisiana Tech because we plan on taking it all in. And just coming out, like, this quarantine stuff, it really kind of, like, messed up my recruiting process because, during the recruiting process, you go visit the schools and all that. I wasn't able to do that because, like, as soon as it started, like, my recruitment started, the quarantine actually started and you couldn't go on campuses or anything. So just dealing with Louisiana Tech, those guys, they play great football. It's not too far away from home. And I believe in Coach Holtz and Coach Mack, offensive line coach. The way he talks, he got a plan for me and also our team and also our offensive line group.
How tough, or I guess bittersweet of a transition has this been? Because you mentioned you hadn't gotten a chance to showcase what you wanted to necessarily in Baton Rouge the last couple of years, but I know it was a heck of a time to be there and a lot of close relationships and things like that. So to go through those years and experiences and those relationships and now make that transition to a next step, I mean, what was that like for you to kind of weigh the different dynamics? And as exciting as it is to join Louisiana Tech, how tough was it in some ways to leave LSU?
Man, LSU these last 4 years have been nothing short but amazing. Coach Myles, he brought me in and Coach O took over. Coach O actually recruited me. And, I've been locked in LSU since I was 12 years old. That's where I always wanted to go. So I picked going there. I don't regret anything about it. It's a great program. The people are amazing. I met so many who last a long time. And, I graduated from LSU. So, I feel like I came at peace with my decision because, I won a national championship, won the Joe Moore Award, all of that, and all the accolades. And I feel like my time there has been pretty much complete from this past season. So I'm pretty much comfortable with going to Louisiana Tech and continuing my process.
How much did this past year mean? How big was that for you to be able to make your transition with, a bachelor's degree in hand and as a member of one of arguably, if not the greatest college football teams in the history of the sport, and just kind of have the opportunity to now go on to the next step with that kind of an experience and those kind of memories in hand?
Taking everything that I learned at LSU, straight greatness, the best of the best, preparing myself the same way I prepare at LSU, for a game, practice, or anything else. Everything is just I'm going to stick to what I know and what I do and keep that championship mentality.
Obviously, the past few years with you guys playing on Saturdays and Louisiana Tech playing on Saturdays, you probably didn't get a ton of chance to watch what they've been doing. But obviously having a lot of success up there the past few years, leading the nation in terms of consecutive bowl wins and things like that. As you started to turn your attention to where the next stop was going to be, what was it like to really kind of get a fuller picture of everything that's been going down in Ruston and kind of the progress that they've made up there with Coach Holtz and company?
We actually played Louisiana Tech, I want to say in 2018. Yeah. Man, those guys, they played tough and they wasn't scared. Like, that was something that drew me to them too, because, like, it's just, like, their program just like LSU, just without all the resources. And Coach Holtz, he's going to coach you tough. He's ready to go to battle with anyone. He's not scared. Nobody's backing down to it.
You mentioned chatting with some of those guys up there about kind of what the opportunity or the role is for you and kind of your excitement to get a chance to showcase some more. What has been, I guess, that conversation? What is the outlook for you as you get up there and where exactly you fit and what you bring to that O-line group?
This year I should be playing either right tackle or right guard. Anywhere, honestly, I can play anything. But just like, me coming in, we talked about it, me coming on that championship, those young guys, they're going to be excited, to talk to me and me be able to give them knowledge about what I know about the game and bring some experience to the room. They lost a couple guys last year, and hopefully, I'm going to come in and step up and come lead on the offensive line.
What's the outlook, I guess, in terms of timeline and when you guys are going to be able to kind of get into some sort of off-season situation? We mentioned how weird of a spring it's been in so many ways, including figuring out where the destination was going to be. Now, as you guys try to kind of transition into some off-season work, do you know what the schedule looks like for you guys? I know you mentioned you're trying to get up there on the first. What's kind of the timeline from there?
From what I hear, everything for the NCAA is voluntary starting on June 8th. So they called us and, they kind of want us all up there first week of June to get everybody in and, get everybody to work in. And they want people to come in and work out with the team and, also staying safe. So, they got to use a 25% rule of, like, how many people actually come in. And, and that's I'm not really sure on the exact date when football is actually going to start again. I'm not really sure.
You kind of shared some of your sentiments about the move a little ways back whenever you were announcing, but just in terms of any parting messages to the LSU fan base and any kind of introductory messages to the Louisiana Tech fan base, what's kind of your thoughts that you would want to impart to each side, your first college and your next college?
I want to just thank my LSU family for accepting me and showing me all the love and appreciation, especially transitioning on to Louisiana Tech. People probably understood the situation. Some people didn't. People had things to say, but all of that doesn't matter. All I can just say is I'm going to show you. And at Louisiana Tech, to those guys, I just can't wait to get it started and then just go out there and win some ball games.
We've been joking about this becoming kind of Ponchatoula Tuesday. I changed out of my purple and gold shirt from talking to TJ about an hour ago and put on a red shirt to represent Louisiana Tech with you heading up there. I know all you guys coming out of Poncha are real close. TJ transitioning now into LSU. What should his expectations be, or what should folks be expecting from him as one of those next guys representing the Wave to the Tigers in Baton Rouge?
Man, I've been saying this about TJ for a long time. He's going to be a good player. If you watch TJ and you'll see his arm, man, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. He's going to definitely be a great player at LSU. He's going to have a good career, and I see him going really far. But everybody see Myles Brennan also. You know, Myles is going to be the man. This year, that's Myles. It's Myles' team right now. TJ,
yeah, I'd ask TJ because he's obviously seen a ton of Myles. I mean, certainly in the last few months, but even before that, just kind of being close to the program. And so much has been put on Myles in terms of a spotlight following Joe and what that means. And some people are incredibly excited and some people are really hesitant because they haven't seen it really much on Saturdays. And TJ just kind of gave glowing reviews that Myles can be as good as any quarterback in the country this year. It sounds like your impression is the same.
Yeah, I worked with Myles for like 3 years now, and man, he's made so many improvements on everything that he's do, and he prepares like he's a starting quarterback every week. Every day he comes out great attitude. It's gonna be his team. I believe it's his year.
Good deal, man. Looking forward to some big seasons here in South End up in North Louisiana. Donovan, appreciate you, man, taking a couple minutes in the middle of these weird times to chat.
Hey, man, thank you for having me.
You got it. Again, he's Donovan Campbell on his way to Louisiana Tech, ready to help bolster that offensive line and get back to another bowl game and bring another bowl victory at the end of the season back to Ruston.
Yes, sir. 318.